A few moments later.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Sports Church right here on the VRR. I'm your host, Friar Mini. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS. Ayoyes. I'm a card carrier member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly, and a founding member of the Veteran Revolt Radio Network, which you find us live on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and X, formerly known as Twitter. All right, a lot to unpack. Short time to do it, and we're missing Pops for some reason. He's having technical difficulties getting on. I don't know if it's his computer or what, but hopefully we'll get him on so we can get some auto racing going. First in, first up, I guess. He's the United States Marine Corps veteran as well. We served together at the all-inclusive resort in the 43 area, Las Pulgas, Camp Pendleton, California. Guest of the most holistic company in Marine Corps history. And he is our MMA and gambling contributor. Please welcome to the ultimate competition, Mr. Brother Bishop Pook Dawg.
Oh, what's up, Mini? How you doing today?
I'm pretty tired, man, but I don't know.
You're tired and we're short pops? What is this? Going to be a shit show?
It is always a shit show.
Oh, Jesus, man.
It is what it is. All right. Next man up. He's my co-host on the bar. You catch every Friday right here on VRR via YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, or Twitter at 19. Oh, excuse me, not 19. Jeez, that'd be way early. 2100 Eastern Standard Time ish, around there. Usually 5 or 10 minutes late any given Friday. because I zone out because I'm so tired. I forget to fucking start the show. But without further ado, he's the United States Naval veteran, Fleet Marine Force Corpsman, hence the name Devil Duck. What's up, mate?
Nothing much. What's going on?
I don't know. Can somebody try and send Pops another link, because apparently he's having all kinds of issues trying to use the one I put in Sports Church. So
I'll do it. I got you.
try to send it to him through Messenger.
I'll send it to him through Messenger and text message.
There you go. All right, Pook, what's new? What's happening, baby?
Oh, what is up, Mini? How you doing? You just want to bust right into my segment right now?
No, just checking in. I'm trying to buy some time, man.
Oh, okay. You're just talking. All right. I didn't
Mm.
know what we were doing here, man. You know, I don't know. I just got back from Kansas City where I visited my uncle.
Yeah.
I've never been to Kansas City. I actually visited Arrowhead Stadium, which isn't Arrowhead Stadium anymore. It's got some corporate name, some initials, GH. I don't have no idea what it is, you know. But we went, we took some pictures of the stadium, you know, because they're all proud over there of their Kansas City Chiefs. Not so proud of that shooting that happened. They drove me by where that shooting happened, right there at the Union Station, I guess, is where it happened. Interesting enough, I don't know if Chris Benoit is in the chat, but
he's in Croatia.
What's that?
He's in Croatia.
He's in Croatia right now? What's he doing in Croatia?
He's on deployment.
He's a combat Santa.
He's a combat Santa, man.
Okay. All right. That's what he's doing in Croatia. Oh, wow. Well, anyway, this whole week I went down to Chris Benoit, not our Chris Benoit, but the Chris Benoit that murdered his family and himself, allegedly. I went down that rabbit hole, and I really don't want to believe that the guy did it, but it's really the evidence is if he was framed, they did a good job of framing him. I mean, I don't know what you guys know about that.
I don't know shit about it.
You don't know shit about it. I wish T threatened to come on today, didn't he? He was threatening.
Supposedly he had like a break from, it was like a mental break, and he killed everybody in the house, and they blamed it on his steroid use.
Yeah. Man,
then in theory, I guess you could say Vince McMahon murdered his wife and kids because Vince McMahon knew he was taking steroids.
Yeah, I mean, I got a real problem with the. I mean, there's some substances that can make you do some weird shit like trembling and stuff. I mean, people don't act their personalities when they're on certain substances. I know that. I wouldn't. I mean, I almost the CTE thing would be more of the if it was the mental break. See, the whole Kevin Sullivan thing. I don't know. The whole thing's a weird deal. I mean, could Kevin Sullivan have murdered his family and him?
I don't know who Kevin Sullivan is. Pook.
He was one of the golden shower people that we talked about the last time.
He's like a Satanist. Yeah, he's a pro wrestler that's also a Satanist. And Chris Benoit stole his wife and married her and had a kid with her. And he vowed revenge as well. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing's upsetting. And it's old too, so it's not even relevant. So why are we even talking about that? We might as well just bust right into my segment, Minnie.
It's because you went down the rabbit hole.
I did. I went down the I probably watched 3 YouTube videos. I probably invested 5 hours into that, man.
Well, at least you didn't go on Reddit.
Thing. I want the guy to be innocent. I want the guy because I want the guy. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just if you look at his face, he don't even look like the type of guy that would freaking murder his family. I don't know. That Kevin Sullivan guy looks like a piece of shit murderer too. You're just looking at him, just using your instincts, looking at people. I don't know. That don't always work, does it?
If
Can't
he
always
ever
judge a book by
discovered
its
Reddit,
cover.
we're screwed.
Pook, that first thing you sent me, I can't do anything with.
You can't do anything with it.
Hold
The
on.
little brawl they
maybe.
had, the UFC brawl
Maybe
in Mexico.
maybe. Hold on, I'm trying a different. Gotta use WhatsApp, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll probably jump on Facebook. I hate Facebook, man.
I hate Facebook too, but it's like
You use Facebook daily.
No, I don't. Ask
You
fucking
have to.
Doc. No,
You
I
have to be
don't.
messaging people and
He's
doing
on
stuff on there,
Facebook
sharing
or
shows
being
on.
on during the week. He gets
Yeah.
on Facebook at like 4:00 in the afternoon on a Friday,
Nope.
and he's off at like 3:00 on Sunday afternoon
How's he share out all of his shows and everything?
when he's live on air.
Yeah, which is pretty
He does it on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's only on Facebook for
2
3
days a week. Yeah. Like maybe
That's
8 hours.
The rest of the time, it's his lovely wife sharing everything out.
See, Pook?
What's up, Mini?
Not much, man. All right.
So you're not able to play my video of the brawl in Mexico.
I'm working on it still.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty good little brawl. Oh, can I send it to you? Can I send it to you maybe on your regular text?
What the hell? Hold on a second.
What's up, Pops? How you doing?
Oh, well, now that I'm here, I'm doing okay. I just couldn't get here.
That's what she said.
No, I don't want that.
Oh.
Damn it. All right. Here's your fucking brawl.
Okay, all right.
All right, I'll get the big screen up. Okay. Oh, this is where he went into the stands?
Yeah, this is the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, what a lap. What a lap.
They got their own. They had their own fights within the fights.
I
They
guess.
had the fight within the fight.
Look at that one guy got a t-shirt completely ripped off. The guy in the white shirt is missing a sleeve, and he just got decked.
That's wild. That looks like actual footage of you at Stampedes, Minnie.
Wow.
Hey, I won that fight. Well, first one I did.
I guess
How
Minnie
many
could
times
watch
are we
this
gonna
all
watch
day.
this guy fall down?
Over and over again.
It's a minute and a half long of the same dude in the white t-shirt going,
Yeah. How many times are we gonna watch this?
That's enough. And he's down.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh my god! How classic!
and,
Not classy.
and
Classic.
that was better than the fight in the ring. Oh, wow. I found a channel that does UFC best of. That's all it does. UFC best of. It's like an hour-long program, but it comes on. I don't know what kind of schedule, but I haven't figured out the schedule. But I just go ahead and record it and then look at it later.
Pop's got
Oh, you get all. Do they have any of the old Pride fights on there too, or is it just UFC? Yeah, they got the Pride fights. Man,
Yep. And they had. Then there was a PFC, which was like a 6-hour deal yesterday. Of
oh, you've got the Combat Sports Channel.
apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, it shows Pride, PFL, UFC, BKFC, and kickboxing and Muay Thai.
Wow, they had. God, I can't think of the guy's name. That's so terrible. the guy that won the heavyweight championship, they had every one of his fights coming up to the championship.
Ngannou?
Nope.
We all know
I'm trying to
who the real heavyweight champ is.
Who's that?
Ngannou, man.
Oh, okay.
Ngannou's the real heavyweight champ. It ain't Tom Aspinall. It ain't even John Jones. It's not nobody in the PFL. Nobody in Bellator. Not Ryan Bader. We all know who the real heavyweight champ is.
Okay.
To be the man, you got to beat the man, right, Ric Flair? That's how it is.
Woo!
All right, Pook, you want me to play that other one?
No, actually, since we're talking about hold on to that, because we'll talk a little bit about Strickland and Rogan after I talk about the fights last night. The fights worth mentioning at least. Brian Ortega took on Yair Rodriguez last night at that fight night. Won due to submission triangle choke. Freaking wicked submission, man. Tight, headed and tight. Third round, a seesaw matchup. Yair Rodriguez won the first round. Brian Ortega won the second. The submission happened in a very competitive third round, where Brian Ortega obviously had the upper hand. Good fight. We're checking out. If you're a Brian Ortega fan, definitely. He had a black eye and pigtails. It was a little weird.
A little weird.
Yeah, because he had his hair braided up. He had his hair braided up, right?
Yeah.
And because he's got some real long hair, and he had like pigtails hanging off. And at the end of the fight, he had a nice shiner, and he had the pigtails with the shiner. He looked like kind of like a battered woman. I really wouldn't want to say that to his face though, because he probably yeah.
I can't imagine why not.
I know you gotta watch what you say about these guys, but I mean sometimes they just look ridiculous. You had Brandon Royval versus Brandon Moreno last night, and Royval won the decision. It was a good fight, the main event, and Brandon Moreno was favored. He was favored by more than 2-1. I actually, if I was to bet this fight, I didn't bet this fight. I would have bet Brandon Moreno. I had Brandon Moreno. I was watching this fight. I was watching this at a bar, and I was eating a cheeseburger. So it didn't get my undivided attention. So when they announced the winner of the fight, I was actually surprised because Brandon Moreno was landing. Like I said, I didn't watch the fight the way I should have. But the parts of the fight that I saw, Brandon Moreno was landing all the hard shots. And he thought he should have won. He thought he should have had his hand raised. According to Dana White, he's about the only one that thinks that, besides the Pook. But the Pook didn't see all the fight. Pook saw all the freaking wicked hard shots. I'm watching that fight in the fourth round, the way that Royval just turned up the volume and just was the unanswered kicks and punches that he was landing. I get it. I get why the guy won. I mean, overall, from what I saw of the fight, the significant strikes were landed by they're both named Brandon. I was going to say Brandon. That'd be a cop out. I probably could get away with it. Brandon, and then whatever Brandon you got in your mind, that's the Brandon you go with. Because it's a double Brandon. You could go to this fight, let's go, Brandon, and nobody would know what you're talking about. They wouldn't know if you were talking about the commander-in-chief. They wouldn't know if you're talking about Brandon Royval or Brandon Moreno. You know what I mean? You could be chanting, let's go, Brandon, and you could be talking about three different people. But at the same time, Brandon Royval won this fight, and according to everyone, including Dana White, he deserved to win this fight. And from where I was sitting, he won this fight on volume. He was the busier fighter. He was a more active fighter. He landed more shots. That kind of wraps up last night's coverage of the UFC event. We had the brawl, we covered the two main events. Let's move on to some scuttlebutt. Go ahead and put, yeah, hell yeah. Go ahead and play that video of,
oh boy, here we go.
of Rogan and Strickland.
Mm,
Yeah, this will be interesting.
yeah.
If I know that I can fuck you up and I fuck you up, I'm probably a bad person. It's never good that a guy who is some trained killer goes after some regular guy, picks a fight with him and fucks him up. It's never thought of as good. It's always negative, like almost entirely negative. Like the entire fan base will recognize that terrible behavior.
It bothers them because they want to be special. They want me to be special. You go look at sporting events, you go look when they eat dinner, they are treated like they are special. But that is designed that way. And they want you guys to know that you're not special. They want you guys to know that when you're sitting in that fucking nosebleed seat, you're not special. Even though you are the motherfuckers that finance this sport, they want you guys to know that you suck. When I go and wrestle, that is fucking awesome, man. I love the fact that you woke up, you went snowboard, you see me, so I want to fight this man. I fucking love it. I respect it. I respect Sneeko for getting his ass kicked. So we got his fucking ass kicked. We all get our asses kicked. I get my ass kicked every day in life and training and fights by fucking the government. We all get our asses kicked. Make no mistake, you guys. What bothers them the fucking most is I tell them they're not special. When I tell them they're just a bunch of cuts behind a camera. Fuck these people.
If I know that I can
I kind of like him.
Oh no, I like Sean Strickland a lot, and I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with. I don't know if he was talking directly at Rogan. It was his response to Rogan. That was actually off his Instagram feed. So that the way that was cut up with the Rogan going first and then him going second, that's how he's got it. That's his actual Instagram page. Rogan had a lot to say about Sean Strickland beating up Sneeko, and you know, Sneeko asked for that. Sneeko's creating content. You know, he got slapped around by another UFC fighter. I believe it was Merab. I believe Merab slapped him around, was spanking him. I saw a video of him. Yeah, and now he's banned from the Apex Performance Institute because of this. You know, he asked for this. You know, Joe Rogan has a lot to say about a lot of things. And he's got a podcast. He's got a voice. And
he's got a big
when Joe Rogan comes after you like that, he's got a big microphone. Joe Rogan, I imagine if I was Sean Strickland, I'd feel a little under attack as well. But I don't know. I'd probably handle it differently, being that if I was Sean Strickland and I've been on that show with Rogan, I probably would have hit up Rogan with a text message like, what the fuck are you saying about me, bro?
Yeah.
And would have talked to him and like, hey, you know, that Sneeko guy, he wanted this. He wanted the smoke. I mean, you might say he's a regular guy and he shouldn't be in there with me in the cage or whatever, but I mean, he's an influencer. He wanted this, you know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the footage earlier in the week he was talking about, he was out snowboarding and he was playing with some fans and he was wrestling with some fans. The guy wanted to wrestle him, and he ended up tapping this guy out in the sand, or not in the sand, in the snow. They were snowboarding. It wasn't on the beach, but he ended up tapping. Yeah, exactly. He ends up tapping this guy out in the snow, and it was all good. It was all playful. It was all nice and fun. And that's Sean Strickland, though, man. You know, he interacts with the fans, obviously, and he'll interact with you if you tell him, hey, I want to spar you. I mean, that's the one guy that, like, if you challenge him to a fight, you know you're probably going to get a real fight. Like, yeah. Rogan made the argument that this could never happen with Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya would have had Sneeko and he would have been playing with him, maybe touched his face, let him know, hey, I could have knocked you out right there if I wanted to. He wouldn't have went so hard on him, and it wasn't really right. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, you pick a fight with Sean Strickland, you get exactly what you deserve. You know, I don't think anyone would feel sorry for the Pook if the Pook got his ass kicked by Sean Strickland.
Well, I wonder if I was underneath you.
Like, what if I picked a fight with Sean? Like, what if? What's that?
Would you be wearing Bears gear when you did it?
Doc, I didn't hear you.
Would you be wearing Bears gear?
Well, I could, but I mean, here's the whole thing. Nobody would feel sorry. No.
That way they
probably. If for that event, I'd probably wear Packer gear.
That'd
be the one time I'd wear Packer gear.
Well, John will
if
loan
I'm
you
gonna
some-
turn myself into a meme, right?
Hey, John will loan you some New York Yankees stuff.
or LA Dodgers stuff.
I know, right?
Emotional damage.
Oh, wow.
So I believe I don't have this in front of me. I don't have it pulled up anywhere, but this is definitely going to happen. I believe it's going to happen next week. Okay, we're going to be having all because the PFL obviously bought the defunct Bellator. We've talked about that, and they're going to have all of their champions are slated next week to fight the PFL champions to get the new champion because they're merging. These two entities are merging, and the winner of the heavyweight fight between the Bellator champ and the PFL champ is going to be fighting Ngannou. So we will be seeing Ngannou back in the ring, probably back in well, it's not the octagon, the cage. We will be seeing him back in the cage within the next year for sure, because they're gonna want to do this fight after they unify the two titles. They're gonna want Ngannou fight, and they have the rights to him, and they paid him a lot of money. So that's going to happen. That's going to be very interesting. And when Ngannou, I will try to watch this whole champion. I take that back. I will watch I almost have to. I will watch this Bellator PFL event. I will watch it. We will be reporting on it. I'm pretty sure it's next week. If it's not next week, I'll watch it and report on it whenever it happens. If it's 2 weeks from now, I believe it's next week though. And what's happening next in the UFC in particular? Well, I actually had that. Let me pull that up.
299 and 300.
Yeah, which I mean, they change the card every 3 hours.
Well, you got. Well, yeah. We do have a fight night in between there, but it's Rosenstruck and Gaziu. I'm familiar with Rosenstruck, not so much with the other fella. We do have a fight night in between there. That's next week. Probably done on the 9th. The 9th is the O'Malley Cheeto Vera fight. So we talked a little bit about O'Malley Cheeto Vera. We know that O'Malley lost that first contest, and now he's a champion. I think my money might be on Sean O'Malley. I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, he in that first fight, he kicked the shit out of Sean's leg, and that's what ended that fight. So I don't. It could happen go down the same way.
I hear something about somebody saying they were going to rearrange Colby Covington in the next fight because he's a big Trump supporter, and this guy was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna."
Ian Gary, they don't have that fight. They don't have that fight inked. Yeah, he's been talking a lot of shit. I was kind of ignoring that.
Okay.
He's been talking a lot of shit. The guy talks a lot. The guy talks. No, the guy talks a lot.
He's a rising star, though, right? He's a rising star, and I guess he's like challenging Colby to a fight because he's the next guy up, right?
He's the guy. We talked about this guy a lot. He's the same guy. This is kind of why I was kind of ignoring him because he's the same guy we talked about that has he has his wife, and then the wife's ex-husband lives with them and is also the diet. He's a dietitian for him.
Jesus Christ!
And
get the fuck out of here.
He took his wife's last name, so he's Ian Machado Gary is his name, and his wife also wrote a book about how to snag an athlete, but I guess the book was supposedly a joke. I mean, not exactly. That's kind of why I'm avoiding Ian Gary. You know,
Keep it up, Richie.
because he got in all that with Strickland. You remember he got in all that with Strickland. Him and Strickland were going back and forth, and Strickland was telling him
for a while. Yeah,
as a friend, you need to get away from this woman. Like he was trying to talk to him like on Instagram. He's like, but he put it out there on his page. So that's that Ian Gary guy.
Yeah, Strickland called him a cockle.
But I mean, that's that he. What's that?
Strickland was calling him a cockle.
Yeah.
Cuckold.
Well, he does have.
Whatever.
He does. What you guys with your weird shit that you guys do. He does have the ex-husband living with him.
Which is weird.
Which is
weird. We're stick with weird, huh?
It's weird.
I was trying to be PG.
Oh yeah, because.
But I mean, who knows if, like, the argument is you don't know exactly what's going on here. I think we do, but you don't know exactly what's going on here. The argument is the ex-husband might just be the dietitian.
You get cookie. When you get cookie. We all get cookie.
Maybe. And he might be there just because they got a kid together, I guess, to keep the family together. I don't know. It's a weird setup. It's a weird deal.
And I have a full head of hair, not on my face.
Yeah.
All right. Well, didn't want to get into Ian Gary. Yeah, he goes after Trump. He goes after Trump. He goes after Colby Covington this week. He's trying to force a match between Colby Covington because he believes he can beat Colby Covington. So that's and he believes he'll get some rub off of that, and I think he will. He's trying to force that match. I haven't heard anything from Dana White. I haven't heard anything from the UFC. There's nothing in ink. It's just pretty much Ian Gary calling out Colby Covington, and pretty much Ian Gary telling the UFC, look, that's the only fight to make. And you can't, and Colby Covington doesn't have choices now. He can't just pick and choose his fights anymore. He lost that privilege by, taking all these L's, taking all these losses. You can't call the shots when you're taking all these losses. And I agree with that, but Ian Gary don't call the shots either. Dana White, Hunter make the matches. So that's what we got. So excited about that pay-per-view with Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera, because also on that card is going to be Michael Venom Page. Going to be fighting Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, a big, strong dude, man. Michael Venom Page, that karate point fighter. The freaking he's got like that little rhythm that he does. He goes and he's got like a little pendulum swinging or something, man. Michael Venom Page is something to watch. Human highlight reel. We'll see how he fares out against Kevin Holland in that match. Also, we're going to have Dustin Poirier. He's going to be fighting Benet St. Denis. Okay. He's going to be fighting Benet St. Denis on that card as well. Any thoughts, comments, anything about what I just said?
Docs are number 2 on that, and yeah, no, I hope they make that fight happen between Covington and shit talker, whatever his name was. I don't know. I'd like to see Colby get one more win, definitive win, and then call it.
Man,
but, that's just me.
Ian Gary, man. A lot of people have Ian Gary. A lot of people have Ian Gary being the champion in the future. A lot of people, a lot of MMA pundits, if you will. MMA
I don't know. Maybe
insiders.
Dana White's not tired enough of Colby Covington to make that fight happen, because if he fights, he's probably going to lose, according to sources. One
I hope
being
he
you.
wins, man. I hope
I hope
he
Colby
wins.
I hope Colby Covington wins. But I mean, if you losing that many in a row, there's it's probably over at this point, isn't it?
Usually.
Yeah, it's time to hang him up. But Cinderella story, maybe one more win. I like to see that, but I want to see the fight.
Colby Covington should probably go in the WWE.
There you go. Yeah, he'd work out well there for sure. I don't know how Ronda Rousey's done over there, but she's still in it even.
She's done really well. I mean, I'm not in the WWE. That's more for
Me
T.
either.
You could ask T more about that. But yeah, she's done really well over there. She's made a lot of money over there. She's done really well. She's went round and round with Vince McMahon.
Well, I just read that they're trying to schedule Colby Covington to fight Stephen Thompson.
What?
Is that what the fight that they're going to make? That makes sense. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Because that Ian Gary fruitcake that's a polyamorous twat waffle, I mean, he's not even in the top 10. So if you're not even in the top 10, how the hell can you tell somebody I'm going to fight you?
Well,
it's like that's like wiping your ass for shit.
He probably should be ranked, but that's neither here nor there.
Ian Gary's last fight, he got his ass beat by Jeff O'Neill.
No, he didn't get beat.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't.
Looking at it right here, February 17th, 2024. Ian Gary lost to Jeff O'Neill.
He won a split decision. No, he won a split decision. Get out of here.
Yeah. Ian Gary lost.
That ain't right.
I'm looking at it right here.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
Then poop the link. I'm going to go take my break because,
that ain't right.
You guys are going to argue over this for 10 minutes. So
no, I'm not. I'm going to look it up on Shirt Dawg.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
I'm looking at it right here. See? February 17th. Lost to a split decision to Jeff O'Neill.
Where are you getting that from?
ESPN. Top 10 rankings.
Man, I swear that ain't right, man. I swear that fight just happened.
They're saying he lost February 17th, 2024 to Jeff O'Neill. Split decision. Jeff O'Neill's ranked 10th. Stephen Thompson's ranked 9th.
Okay, all right. So go ahead. Give me
Then 8th is the Bellator champ.
Okay,
Jason Jackson.
check it out. How do you spell Ian Gary again?
I-A-N.
I-A-N.
G-A-R-R-Y.
G-A-R-R-Y. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. No, he beat Jeff O'Neill, bro. I know he did. I'm looking at it too. I'm looking at it on Shirt Dawg. I remember this. I reported on this fight like last week.
Well, they're saying
2 weeks ago, whenever it happened.
O'Neill won via split decision, and Ian Gary lost.
Oh, Jeff, no, that's not right, man.
Then ESPN's website's wrong because they're saying
Ian Gary lost. The last time Ian Gary lost was
February 17th,
in
2024.
No, man. No.
Well, ESPN's saying he lost.
His pro record is 14-0. Ian Gary's pro record is 14-0. I'm looking right at it, man.
Well, then ESPN has their thing labeled wrong because they're saying he lost via split decision. Because that's where I'm getting this from.
No. A lot of people said Jeff O'Neill won that fight, but it was a lot of times you can tell. I could tell you who the judges were even. It don't have it. I don't see it. But yeah, it's a split decision. Frank Trigg was the ref. Won 3 rounds. Yeah. Okay, Doc. What's up?
Nothing.
Okay.
I got
Yeah,
no,
I don't know, man. That pretty much. What's that?
I have no crappy sports to talk about.
Yeah, you don't have any crappy sports to talk about?
No, I'm done talking about basketball.
What about college hoops? You do college
I was going to talk about college hoops. I'll pull that up. All right, so in 25th, we have the Whopping Mormons from BYU. 24th is the University of Florida. 23rd is Texas Tech University. 22nd is Colorado State University. 21st is Washington State University. 20th is South Carolina. 19th is San Diego State. 18th is Southern Methodist. 17th is University of Kentucky. 16th is Dayton. 15th is Creighton. 14th is Auburn. 13th is Alabama. 10th or 12th is Illinois. 10th is Baylor. Or 11th is Baylor. 10th is the Tar Heels. 9th is the Kansas Blue. Yeah. 8th is Duke. 7th is Marquette. 6th is Iowa State. 5th is Tennessee. 4th is Arizona. 3rd is Purdue. 2 is Houston. Number 1 is UConn. And slowly creeping up are Appalachian State, Drake, New Mexico, Michigan State, Virginia, and trying to make a last push before the tournament starts, Gonzaga. And no longer in the top 25, Wisconsin, Virginia, Indiana State, Florida Atlantic, and Oklahoma, because they all lost multiple times. And we have the tournament starting soon. The conference championships are getting ready to start. They're still doing the last push for seeding, so no news on that. Let me see. Nothing to watch right now, but they're saying Purdue is going to be probably the overall top seed. Wake Forest will be the first team out, and my alma mater will be the last team in. First 4 byes: Northwestern, Nebraska, Virginia, Nevada. Last 4 in: Seton Hall, Providence, Gonzaga, and my alma mater. Next 4 out: Villanova, Drake, Cincinnati, and Colorado. First 4 out: Wake Forest, Ole Miss, Utah, and Butler.
Are these your predictions?
This is coming straight from Joe Lunardi from ESPN Bracketology.
Oh, that's what he thinks. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
and
I don't know about all that.
30 years.
He says he's first one out in Wake Forest. Wake Forest just whooped Duke's ass the other night, if you saw that. I don't know about all that. You know, you get hot at the right time, man. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, but Wake Forest ain't ranked.
But they're in there, obviously, right? Because he says they're going to be the first ones out.
Yeah, because they're probably
the first ones out of not getting selected. You say
no? First one's out when the tournament starts.
Nah, man. Wake Forest is hot right now. I doubt that, man.
Well, they're not even ranked.
Yeah, okay. Well, it don't matter. It don't matter where you are at the beginning of the year so much as it does now. This is where it matters. This is when it matters. Gotta get hot. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. You gotta get hot at the right time here in the NCAA tournament to win the thing. You gotta win. What is it? 4 in a row? 5 in a row? 5 in a row to win the whole thing, right?
5 in a
Is that
row.
what it is?
Yeah.
You got to win 5 in a row to win the whole thing. So you got to get hot, man. You got to get hot. And the teams that come in hot, those are the teams that do well, you know.
All right, so we're gonna
sometimes maybe like one loss is a good thing, maybe just to get the team put in check, just to give them to check their asses. But outside of that, man,
Well,
it's normally the hot team.
The reason why he's saying that Wake Forest is going to be the first team out is because they're 4th in the division for the ACC.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see.
They're on the
you obviously like this guy. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, their conference record's 10-6.
I'm talking about the church of what's happening now, and they just beat Duke yesterday.
Well, yeah, at home
Yeah.
they're 15-0.
Well,
when they don't play at home, they're 2-7.
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. As a matter of fact, when it comes out in the seeding, and if Wake Forest is seeded, and let's say they're 8 and they're playing against another freaking, team that's like a 9 or whatever, however it pairs up, eight plays 9, right? 10 plays 10 plays 7. Yeah, whatever they are. I'll take Wake Forest, man. We could bet on it, man. When it comes, when I'll do it blind. I'll bet on Wake Forest.
We're already betting when we do the brackets of integrity.
All right. Well, I'll take Wake Forest advancing is what I'll do.
I kind of figured.
All right. Speaking of that, are we going to do a bracket challenge?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the thing to come up, and I'm going to set it up for us.
Are we going to make it interesting?
Yeah, like we always do. Yeah.
All right. How interesting was that?
$25 bet.
All right. All right, $25. Decent enough, I guess.
Hey, we get enough people in it, it'll be a decent pot too.
Yeah.
$25 per sheet. You do.
One selection Sunday.
How many sheets of integrity? So you were limited that we can't.
You can do as many sheets as you want to do.
Nah, that's rubbish.
Holy shit. So I could do like 50 sheets.
You do one. You just do one. You just do one, and that's what you ride on. Ride or die with the sheet you pick. That's it. Come on, what are we, fucking ballers over here? No. I got
$1,250 worth of
want to have a
entries.
mortgage payment here in the next couple months? Like, no. $25 or $50 if you want to make it 50 in one sheet.
So you're saying no unlimited sheets, Mini?
No, that's stupid. Nobody's got the money for that. And anybody who does is probably going to win because they're just by probability and statistics. They're going to roll out. They're going to copy and paste every expert out there, run like fucking 5 sheets, 8 sheets, and nobody stands a chance.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah. I don't know where I came up with it. Out of nowhere, right? Yeah. Because if I had the money, that's exactly what I would do.
But, you're betting a lot to win a little bit. Because let's say maybe 5 other people get involved in this. So you got 9 other people. And then
we got us 4 and Richie.
Yeah.
50 says 50 he's in for a single sheet.
I mean, but like you're risking like let's say you did I don't know. I let a guy do it. You want to do it, you can do it. Shit.
I say we do 51 sheet.
All right, 51 sheet.
And Selection Sunday is when?
Now for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3. We got all these conference games.
They still have to do the conference games.
Conference tournaments.
Yeah.
And that takes fucking 2 weeks.
That takes about a week, doesn't it? When they start it, and then it ends on the weekend.
Yeah,
usually the last of Selection Sunday is the last of the conference games. So
it's usually like the last game being played on Sunday is like the ACC and the SEC are like the last 2 games played on a Sunday during Selection Sunday.
Richie, I'll let you know. We're gonna come up with a designated recipient of this. Yeah, banker.
Yeah, that'd be
Once-
the way to go with that.
Once we get everybody in that we wants to get in, then we'll do.
Since we're all talking foolishness, on Sports Church page, not page, but in the messages, there's something called haircut. See if you can find that. Doc, how'd you do that? My beard is coming out all gray. Now you got gray as the first part of your beard, but behind it, it's all black. How's that work?
I have no idea. It just as the more I get stressed, the grayer it becomes.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Now,
is this?
This is the circle cut.
Okay, that's loud. What the fuck is this?
It's called the circle cut.
Why are we watching this?
Because we were talking about foolishness, and this is the
Oh.
ultimate. Wait till you get done with it. You'll just crack up.
I don't think so. I feel sorry for this fucking idiot.
He's getting paid big bucks.
Well, I don't know about big.
Um,
Well, I guarantee you, if I get a circle cut, I'm going to be paid big bucks. Look at this. They go all out for this.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Where's Pook?
All right. Well, let me tell you, they did have the Daytona 500 eventually.
Yay!
It did happen. It's not as bad as Xfinity. Xfinity was supposed to run on Saturday. They got rained out. Then they scheduled for 11 o'clock on Sunday. They got rained out. Then scheduled for 11 o'clock on Monday. They got rained out. So they finally had their race about 8 o'clock on Sunday or on Monday night. But anyway, the Daytona 500 was okay, I guess, if you want an okay race. It was just a case of how many cars crashed out, and 11 cars crashed out of the Daytona 500. At one point, it was looking like it was more like 16 cars going to crash out, but the other guys were able to make repairs and get back in. But that is so stupid a racing. Yeah, they all running in one great big pack, and when one screws up, they're all in a mess. I don't understand that. And they've got it at Talladega, they've got it at Atlanta, and they've got it at Daytona. It doesn't make sense to do that kind of stuff, but they do. Moving on to this week, finally, since they got all the rainouts out, the trucks were at Atlanta, which is now it's still considered a super speedway like Talladega and Daytona, but it's not like Daytona and Talladega because they actually split apart where they go through the turns because they just can't stay together. But anyway, our buddy Ty Majeski finished second yesterday to Kyle Busch, the ultimate winner of the Truck Series. He's got, I don't know, like 50 some odd wins in the Truck Series. He's only allowed to run 5 races this year. But so he's 1 for 1 so far. We'll see how the rest of it comes out. But it's nice to see Majeski get in there. In the Xfinity Series, that can't be right. They got the wrong one up. All right. Getting to the cars, the Cup cars, Michael McDowell is on the pole again. Remember, he was on the pole at Daytona. and finished. I think he finished 34th, something like that. But anyway, he's driving a Ford, and they got some help from Ralph Fenway Keselowski Racing. Keselowski's bought his way into Ralph's Fenway Racing, and the team has shown drastic improvements since Keselowski got on board. So that's nice to see. Logano is qualified second. Kyle Busch is third. He was the first Chevrolet. Todd Gilliland, also of Trackhouse Engineering, qualified fourth. And Kyle Larson qualified fifth. Three of the top five are Fords, and then you got two Chevrolets, Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson. the Kyles got the Fords in the show. It's interesting to see what they're doing. Ford and GM both changed their cars. They got a new Camaro and a new Mustang. And there was questions about, especially at Daytona, how they were going to do. And they did okay. But, again, it came down to the Chevrolets going for the win. Next week is the start of the Formula One season. February 29th, the Bahrain Grand Prix. And they go 2 weeks till they go to Saudi Arabia. So we get to see some things that's going on. After a 6-week study, and I don't understand this study, but after 6 weeks, they said no to Andretti Racing. And they can't cite a reason other than the teams don't want them. And the teams don't want them because it's going to dilute the prize money. Even though Andretti says, I'm going to pay you guys $200 million to get in, they don't want them because they don't think that Andretti Racing is going to add anything to it. The fact that they've got 3 races in the United States this year, as well as last year, it probably would help a whole hell of a lot to have a team from the United States. I mean, you can't count on the Haas team. Haas is perennial backmarkers.
Yeah,
they need to have a deal where if you're in last place and there's another team that wants to come in, boop, you just lost your franchise.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous. And everybody on the outside is saying they got to let them in. But they keep voting it down. So I don't know what they're going to do. IndyCar starts on the 10th, so you got 3 weeks until the 10th. Start with the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. The reason I keep bringing up IndyCar is that there is a race scheduled for September 1st at the Milwaukee Mile. And it's been at least 10 years since IndyCar was there. And it was always a good race. John and I lived there, to be honest with you, when IndyCar was there. And it'll be big. The problem is, I used to take my nephew Jerry, and he just fell off of a roof. Fortunately, it was just a garage roof, so he didn't fall far. But he fell far enough to break both ankles. Both ankles.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
No,
he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he's wheelchaired. They did surgery Wednesday, and I think they let him go home yesterday. The problem was they had to get it so that the pain meds he could take by mouth was enough to calm him down. But apparently, it was a pretty terrible surgery.
Did
They
he
did
jump up?
Huh?
Did he jump?
No, he fell. He just got done putting the tar paper down on the roof that protected from the rain. They did the framework for the roof, and then another company was coming in and doing the shingles, and it was forecasted for rain, so they went ahead and put tar paper down just to protect the roof. And as he was getting ready to come off, he came off a little bit early and ended up on his heels.
Well, the only reason I asked because he landed on his heels. That's why I thought maybe he tried to attempt jumping off the roof.
No. Jerry's stupid, but not that stupid. He's a good kid.
Because I was imagining a garage roof, and
you're only talking. You're probably talking maybe 12 feet.
Yeah, you think maybe you can jump from that, and the next thing you know, you land on the pavement heels first, and it's ouchie time.
Yeah. Well, that's what he said. He said if he could have landed on just regular turf, he would have been okay. But he landed on a concrete platform, and that did it right there. Took him out.
That
of
concrete is rough.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Not ifs, ands, or buts about that. I just hope, John, while you were gone, I just mentioned that we do have the IndyCar race September 1st at the Milwaukee Mile.
And nice.
So that is, you and I spent enough time at that race, so
that
would be nice to go back. Even if we do have to see your mom.
Well, that is yeah.
That's okay. Hey, she was real sweet when Ruth died, so that was welcomed. Besides her family sending flowers, just blew me away.
Yeah,
that was awesome. All right, and that's it from the racing world. I just can't wait till we start reporting on Tony Stewart and his drag racing. He came up 1 point shy of the national championship last year.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Not bad for a rookie year. Year in racing. Wait a minute. He's driving Top Fuel this year. He's got Leah stepped out of the driver's seat because she wants to have a family.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to start racing if you can't run a whole season. So he stepped out of it, and Tony is stepping into it. So Top Fuel Tony, this will be interesting to see. Can't you imagine a final with John Force and Tony Stewart?
That'd be awesome.
Is that going to be a finish line or what?
That'd be awesome.
After that race.
They'll both probably be like, all right, can't talk, gotta take a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And then go over and sit in the other guy's car.
Yep.
All right. This is the tail end of our show. Baseball has started. Pitchers are catching reported. Games in Cactus and Grapefruit League have been going on. Doc, what do you got, man?
Well, this will make Mini's day. His beloved Cubs got Cody Bellinger back.
Yep.
Only one of Scott Boris's free agents that weren't signed is now signed. The other one,
$30 million?
20 a year.
3 years?
It's a 3-year deal, $20 million a year, opt out every
3
year.
years for $80 million.
Opt out every year?
Yeah. Well, first 2 years.
Is it both ways? They can fire him, or he can.
No.
Go?
No.
Nope. There's a first woman umpire doing spring baseball games right now.
Hot diggity dog.
Yep.
Diversity.
Yep. So far, my Red Sox are playing split squad games and beating the Braves and the Twins' ass 4-0 and 6-0. Wow, shocker! The Phillies are beating the Yankees. Astros are losing to the Cardinals and the Mets. And the Dodgers haven't played yet, so hopefully they'll fucking lose to the Athletics.
Yeah, probably not though.
Well, yeah, it's spring, so who gives a shit?
If any of you guys want to come and visit, I'll have a spare bedroom. You want to see some games? Just put that out there.
Nice.
Oh, you're
We
talking
can
about
go
in
to, can we
Phoenix?
go to Tecate afterwards?
Yeah, I live in Phoenix, so it's right here. The Cubs are right here. The Cubbies
Yep.
are right here.
Other than that, there's just Blake Snell hasn't reported because he doesn't know
hasn't
where
got
he's going.
signed. Jordan Montgomery hasn't signed.
Montgomery's not signed. The remaining agents,
Matt Chapman hasn't signed.
Chapman, yeah. So you're either hoping you sign soon, like Cody Bellinger did, or you're going to be stuck like Chuck till somebody gets hurt. And Boris doesn't know what's going on. I think it's because he's flooded the market and wanted too damn much.
You see more and more of this happening, honest with you, and all these guys are going to sign, of course.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah,
Snell probably to the Yankees. That's my guess.
I think he's going to stay in San Diego.
No fucking way. Why? Why would you sign to a sinking ship? Why would you be like, oh, that ship's on fire and sinking? Yeah, let me sign a deal there. No.
So he's going to go to New York?
They got Juan Soto. They got Giancarlo Stanton.
Okay.
They've got.
Where's he going to fit in the
Judge.
rotation? The rotation's fucking full.
It's not full. Not for a guy like Blake Snell. No, you kick somebody out and you put him in the bullpen, man. Come on.
Minnie, if you're in this position, would you take the Yankee job?
No. I would take any fucking. I mean, maybe if the Dodgers called, yeah.
If the Yankees, okay, you're a free agent. Here's the scenario: you're a free agent.
Yeah.
You taking a discount to play for the Cubs? Millions of dollars, millions and millions. Or the Yankees? You think of the Cubs or the Yankees?
I take
and it's millions and multi-millions of dollars you'd be giving up.
Well, see, you say multi, that means more than one, right?
Yeah, a lot.
So
a lot.
If I'm taking a $120 million deal versus a $140 million deal with the Yankees,
155.
Taking the Cubs.
I'll give you 155 because don't pay
Pook, you got to look at it this way.
I'm taking the Cubs for sure.
No, you're not.
Now he's got to ask Michelle,
no,
can I shave my beard to go play for the fucking Yankees?
No, and she would say no. She would absolutely say no. Like, absolutely not. You're not allowed to do that. So I guess I'm going to be a Cub.
Ted DiBiase of WWE fame said everyone has his price.
Sure. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean you gotta take the deal to play for a team you don't want to play for in a city you don't care for. Like, no, that's a recipe for disaster.
Plus, you get all those taxes to pay in New York.
You got all, but you have all that.
Cook County's not much better.
You have all that talent.
Compared to New York, they're better.
Well,
you'll have all that talent around you as well, and you'll
the Cubs were like a couple games from going to the playoffs last year. So
I saw that.
No, I'm They'll sign with the Cubs, man. Fuck New York. I don't know why you have to be a New York kind of guy to want to play for them. Like, that's not an easy place to play. You know what? 5th largest city in the world? No, thank you. I'm good. I'll take second city all day.
10 million people around you. You don't have to worry about that. He's got to worry about the newspaper guys.
I don't know.
Crazy.
And Stephen A. Smith on the regular.
That'd be the fastest way I get kicked out of baseball. It would have been beating the shit out of that guy. Ugh, he's so just
you're not the only person that doesn't like Stephen A. Smith. I was in Kansas City with some relatives, and they had some choice words. They had ESPN on. They had some choice words to say about that guy. I don't share your hatred for him. But yeah,
joking.
Yeah, he can be a jagoff.
Yeah,
Joe Rogan's put him in his place before.
I know. A video of him like training boxing. It was like the most embarrassing thing ever. I'm like, dude, you're younger than me, and I hit faster than that. Like, what's wrong with you? It is what it is. like Doc said, not a hell of a lot going on. Kind of waiting on the last few holdouts. All of them being Boris guys, I think. Which is
hey, the
weird.
Reds won last night.
Hey, nobody cares because
Hey, my
count.
babies.
It doesn't count. It doesn't mean shit. No, I watched the
You
game
know,
actually.
Minnie, you walked off, and real quick, I wanted to tell you your girl Rose is going to be fighting soon.
Nice.
Before I could get to it, I never even got to it. I never talked about it, but she's going to be fighting soon.
Very happy about that. I don't know. Just to go straight to being a Cubs fan, happy about Belly. Let's see if he does it again. If he does, and the Cubs go really far, he's probably gone. But that is what it is. I want to see what Imagaga does. That was, a lot of Cubs fans got real excited about that. I'm like, well, that's really, you lost Marcus Stroman, so you got to find those innings somewhere, and that's where they got Imagaga, or I pronounce his name. Turned into Pook all of a sudden. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the NL Central's up for grabs for sure. The Brewers are on the decline. The Cardinals signed a lot of veteran free agents, pitchers. But I don't know. I think it's I'll let you know after spring training, but my guess is the Cubs are probably going to win the division. I don't think the Cardinals got it, and the Brewers are. As soon as they're in it, they're going to fire sale that team. So I don't even know why they brought Woodruff back. We didn't mention that, but they did bring him back. Correct? I'm not making that up.
Yeah, he came back.
Your mind is breaking up again.
Yeah, well, that's a good time to call it a day then. Yeah, other than that, just looking forward to the rest of the spring training games. We've got a month and a week-ish until actual opening day. Yeah, I got it's the 25th, so less than a month and a week. So can't wait till it actually matters. See how it goes. Make our preseason predictions, which are all going to be wrong, mostly. Probably. I think I've had the Blue Jays winning the AL East before, and they were out.
I know.
Yeah. Not this year, I don't.
What are you going to do this year?
Nothing. Same thing they do every year. Nothing.
Well, wait a minute. The
Nothing.
Detroit football guys actually learned how to play the game.
Do they play baseball too?
No.
All right.
But if they figured it out, football's a lot harder than baseball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't get hit with a baseball or with a football. You get hit with a baseball all the time. Remember that guy that got hit 7 times in one day?
Yeah, that makes baseball a lot harder because that's all you got to do to catch a football. Try hitting a baseball. Go ahead. Just go to batting cage. Good luck.
This upcoming draft will decide whether or not Pook remains a Bears fan or not.
What pick do they have this year?
There's nothing that the Bears could do to me that they haven't already done to me. There's so many daggers in my heart. The Bears have stabbed me with over the years, starting with Wilbur Marshall.
Well, the funny thing
when he
is,
was a free agent.
They kept the head coach that hasn't done shit. And they released everybody else from his coaching staff, so he starts all over again.
Well, maybe somebody convinced somebody that it wasn't him that was the problem.
Yeah, but now this is the 3rd year in a row that quarterback they got has a new offensive coordinator.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. That's about all I got, boys.
Rock, hard place. Justin Fields is in the middle.
There you go.
Okay.
I say we call it. Make it an early day. Final thoughts, Pops.
We need you around. Don't take the easy way. It just is important that you have a chance to turn it around just by asking a question and listening. It's not a tough deal to do. You got to stick it out for that point. Ask the question and then listen and see what happens from there.
All right, brother Bishop Pook Dawg.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know out there, make sure you're helping to save the planet. Eat vegan burgers.
Vegan
If
burgers.
you're buying processed food, make sure that it has the chitin, it has the cricket protein in it. Do what you can, check the labels, make sure you're getting the cricket protein. Just be thoughtful. If you can afford to have an electric car, please buy an electric car.
Hey,
Let's all save the planet.
Well, this will crack you up, Pook. FDA and Taiwan are the two places that have proved the vegetable meat.
I can't wait to save the planet. It
can be sold as meat.
I can't wait to save the planet by buying some of that vegetable meat.
Oh, hey, you're not that far away from it. You go to Santa Ana and get one of Dan Gurney's motorcycles. It's called a Gator, and you can drive the Gator around eating your veggie burgers.
It's electric?
No,
I'm not buying a vehicle that's not electric.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm saving the planet one vegan burger at a time, Pops.
Are you?
I'm going to save the planet one vegan burger at a time.
Well, wait a minute.
When I get done off the air here, I'm going to go hug a cactus.
You do realize that there's going to be a surcharge.
Eyes wide open.
There's going to be a surcharge on your sewage because that stuff doesn't go way too quick.
Doc?
To quote one of my shows I like all the time, the fact that y'all tune in and watch this show, we fucking suck. And the fact that you're watching this show means a lot, and I approve it. Sorry for our rabbit holes that we go down. That's what makes us great. We're just a bunch of idiots that know absolutely nothing. We just run our mouth. We go down rabbit holes. We take left turns. We take right turns. And usually 9 times out of 10, we probably pee in a diaper. And thank you for watching this show. It's been great. Hopefully you tune in next week. And we'll discover what new rabbit hole Pook will go down.
I like that Rick Roll's a bad thing or something. Like I'm just like every time it comes on, I just oh man.
Golly, all he's got to do is polish his shoes, and he's on a video and he doesn't have polished shoes. I mean, my God, what the hell's wrong with this?
It's English. I don't know. Remember, never take a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Been there, done that. And thanks for tuning in. Remember, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, now known as X. Get on over to all those social media sites, search Vet Revolt Radio or search Veteran Revolt Radio. You can find us there, share, comment. Comments come through now on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. Unfortunately, still not Twitter, but it is what it is. Thank you all for tuning in and listening and sharing us out. Thank you to my co-hosts for making it a very fun show. And yeah, I guess I just, do what I always do.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.